Blog Talk Radio.
What's the worst day of the week that gets us all depressed? MONDAYSUCKS. Here comes more aggravation and a brand new week of stress. MONDAYSUCKS. Monday sucks. Monday sucks. Monday sucks. Monday sucks. Forever will it make you want to cry, cry, cry. Come along and sing the song, now get it off your chest. MONDAYSUCKS.
Good morning, and welcome to You Dig It Music Radio with Sky Leeds. That's me. I'm Sky Leeds. It's Monday morning, and we are supposed to have an exclusive interview with Seraphim Ward. So I am going to play a song from her new album that is coming out in June, and the song is called Still, and we'll give her a few minutes to call in. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. I have a feeling somebody's running a little late this morning. We'll give Seraphim a few more minutes and play one more of her songs. What's the Color of Love? I'm set in motion. going to go straight to the phone line. This could be her. If not, 347-326-9080 is the number. Go ahead, caller in the 111. You're live on the air with Sky Leads.
Hello?
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. This is Seraphim.
Good morning, Seraphim.
Good morning to you, too.
Or should I say good night to you?
I have not gone to bed yet. We've been shooting all night, I have to say.
And how is that? How is the movie going?
It's going great, actually. You know, I have a lot of good players on my team. I have some star players as actors I'm pretty happy with. Rich Manley, you know, so we're having a great time. You know, we're filming a scary movie and everybody's pretty happy.
Fantastic. I'm going to read really quick what I put on the banner for the listeners to hear in case they didn't hear it, so they know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
This was released March 4th, 2013. Seraphim Ward is an independent horror filmmaker and artist who specializes in the occult horror genre of filmmaking. Seraphim Sin Icon Productions' occult horror film and music industry is backed with a worldwide distribution deal through Wifinity and Phoenix Pictures for theatrical, DVD, Netflix, Redbox, digital, and all other retail. The first movie to come out of Sin Icon Productions is Angel One Eye, which is set for a September 24th, 2013 release, followed by Unholywood. I'm sorry.
Yes, Unholywood.
Unholywood, an occult horror based on a true story in October of 2013. Seraphim Ward's album, Time Heals All Wounds, features the diary and heartbreak of the star. Due to a few situations at hand involving, can I say his name?
I don't know.
Involving somebody, the scandal, the album is
God,
noted that its release date for January 2013 is exchanged for a June of 2013 release in order to provide the artist with full 3 months marketing and promotions attached to the pre-album release. The hit list off the album, Time Heals All Wounds, was produced by Goth Industrial Outfits, Godhead, Jason Miller, and the Kennedy Thieves, Bruce Summers. As Seraphim Ward's journey on her path in filmmaking and music, the event is being documented and will be shared with the world, giving them the rare opportunity to see the hard work, dedication, and persistent drive of Seraphim Ward in action on her pure, unique style and craft. For more information, visit Seraphim Ward at www.seraphimward.com. So,
that pretty much sums it up.
Wonderful. When did you get started? How did you get started?
Well, I mean, like in music or in film, because they're two different time periods.
Go ahead and start
with music.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, music I've been doing it for some time, but I was doing it underground, and you know that's been almost 10 years. And then there was a break in between it. I had to take care of some personal situations I had gotten into, and I went back home for a second to see my mom. And I came back, and then I decided to basically have a more permanent career. And since I'm a visionary and I write in vision, I just figured, you know what, let me put my craft to something that's more, for one, I can reach more people too. It's more of a career oriented instead of trying to get somebody else to work with you or a hit and miss on an album or a song. So I went to school, film school, and I got my deal, and the rest is kind of history. I got picked up on my DP work, on my writing, my script writing, and also my directing. So Angel One Eye, we had shot part one. It's kind of like a Tales from the Crypts, and it's three short episodes in one. And so I got signed on the first one, which is the original Angel One Eye. And after the deal, I decided to kind of recast and reshoot it because it got picked up for silver screen. And
fantastic.
Yeah. And it comes out September 24th, and, immediately after that one, it's Unholywood. And that one's a true horror occult classic. Well, not a classic. I guess it will be. Because it's based on true events, And, so, that's that. And, with anything, it's like when it's first taken off, you have to find, the right the right team around you, like the right crew, the right people. And, you know, and with me, I have to, well, not only myself, but I guess Tiffany Pictures, they want to make sure that since I am, like they call like a specialty artist, I guess, like filmmaker, almost, they compare me to almost like a Quentin Tarantino meets like a Hitchcock kind of, because it's kind of like an odd, twisted kind of storytelling that I do, and editing. So they're very careful about who comes on, like as in a production, and to make sure that it's more of a collaboration of benefiting, I guess, as both, instead of pulling me in a different direction. In other words, they want to keep me in the occult horror genre. No matter who's on my team has to be within that realm as well. So, in saying that, you know, in saying that, you know, a lot of people have tried to add this up to me that has gotten, you know, turned away by them. So I just now found a really awesome crew, and you know, they've worked with Avatar, basically like the crew, you know, they worked with Avatar, and you know, just I got a great team now. So
fantastic. And your team around you is really important. You know, the support.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Seeing what you've been through, you really need that support. You need a good support group around you.
Well, that's the main concern, because since I am like a you know, worldwide figure, and I am a rebel. that's a fact. And somehow I get myself out of trouble, not knowing how I even got in it. And,
I know that.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
You know what I mean? And so now it's like I'm publicly known for that. So I have to be like really careful about who's even around me, because they use that sometimes to their advantage to try to make their self somehow, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how they do. Yeah.
I do. The haters gotta hate.
You probably heard some things recently, kind of like, are you serious? You know, so that's why, like, now I'm not even allowed to, because, like, I do people favors. Like, I'll cast somebody, you know, that, okay, I saw your work, I think you're pretty cool, we've talked for, like, some time, or somebody that I worked with, like, on their film or whatever, and then I realized friends and business cannot mix because that professional line is already crossed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, yeah, so you, Tiffany, basically, they're like, okay, well, we're just going to keep you as director, writer, and we're going to take care of all, like hiring the crew and the people like that, because then it doesn't become like a personal thing if it doesn't work out and they get fired, or they have to be let go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we just experienced that, like, this past weekend. And, yeah.
No.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, I'm not the bad person. You know, I have nothing to even do with that, you know. And so then that's when they just brought, like, their own people in, basically. And, you know, like I said, you know, one of them's Jonathan Abrams. And, you know, like I said, he did Brotherhood of Blood. He did, he was on the Avatar crew, Blades of Glory. You know, so it's like their credits are, like, they're long, and they're, you know, they deal with, like, motion picture stuff, you know, and John Snaden as well. And, you know, so, like I said, I'm pretty blessed. And then the actors, I handpicked myself, handpicked and handcast. And, you know, so everybody's, like, they're coming together, like, as one unit to make, like, a great project. So, I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Like I said, we've been shooting all day today. We shot all day yesterday. And in this past weekend, so just to get, you know, everything done on time.
Fantastic. Well, you should be excited. It sounds like you've worked very hard, and like a lot of women, you've been through some bullshit.
I'm telling you what. I've been through, you know how they say you've been through hell and back? No, I've been below hell and back. Like,
oh, girl, I know. These fucking men.
I have no idea, like, what the hell, even today, because, like I said, I have some really dope cast members, you know, and you know, like, their credits are, like, pretty insane as well, you know, like, I can, like, even go down the list of that, you can, like, look them up, and you can, and so, you know, they're, like, just, they become, like, family, you know what I mean, and they knew who I was when they got cast, when I cast them, and they was, like, you know, they're really happy to be a part of, you know, of what I'm doing, because, you know, they believe in the art, and they believe in me, and they just saw, like, the trailer, and you know, they read the script, and, you know, so like I said, I don't know, it's not, I'm not a bad person, and I'm not what the rumor that's gone around about me. It's like, I'm just the innocent person that got messed up in some bullshit, like some real bullshit. Like, are you serious? Kind of like, I don't even know what even happened there.
I feel you. I do. You don't even have to explain anymore.
I know, but it's like, I don't even know how to explain anything, though. That's the whole point.
Right.
It's almost like it's not even worth my explaining, because obviously it was meant for somebody else to profit off of that. And you know what I mean? And because of that, I choose to turn away from that and just keep going. And it's like, I have my deals that like I said, I have to fulfill. And now we have mandates, like literally once they put out to like the media, when I say the media, like the Motion Picture Association, that day is left for my movie to come out on that slot, that day, like September 24th. That's for me. So we have to have that movie out. There's no way around it. Like that, nobody's going to take that spot. So in saying that, that's why everybody's coming together as one so that I can basically meet that deadline. Because I was put behind schedule because of that past scandal that just happened, to me not so long ago. So it's like I'm past that, so I'm just like really focused on, like I said, my career. And, I don't know, it's just, like I'm just pretty excited to even just to have my work displayed in such a massive level. And I know, like I said, that also causes envy from other people, and I just, like I said, experienced that this weekend, and I was just like, I don't know, just pretty shocked, actually. And I don't know.
This is the way that I see it. If people are hating on you, you're doing something right.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was told that too. Like I said, I have some pretty cool cast here, and they said the same thing. I'm just like doing me and doing my style, but yet some people, they're like, well, why her? You know what I mean? Like what makes her so special? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, maybe the fact you are so beautiful. I don't know if anybody has seen Seraphim's picture yet on the banner. You can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Twitter. You're beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You're of Creole descent?
Yes.
My God, and you grew up in the Louisiana area. Did I also see that you're from Indiana too?
Yeah. Well, my family were from Tupelo, Mississippi, and like my mom, she has 22 brothers and sisters.
How many?
So yeah, a lot. So they was born in the South. And so our family is like Mississippi and New Orleans, and then my mom and dad moved to Indiana, and then that's when I ran away, because I ran away at 15 years old, basically.
I don't blame you for running away from Indiana at 15 years old. I went to Indiana for a short time.
There's nothing there. Like, I'm just like, when I go back, I remember why I left.
Oh, yes.
Every single time, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember, and I don't regret it, because everybody's doing the same exact thing that they were doing back then.
Yes, they are. I was just reading in the paper, I think it was last week, Indiana has been voted the most depressed state in the United States.
Are you serious?
Why is everybody depressed? There's nothing but fucking corn there.
Oh, are you serious?
I swear.
I did not know that. I just learned something new. But you know what? Yes. It totally makes sense. Because like looking back, I'm like, either they're married, they're fat, like they gotten bigger from having kids, and I'm like, are you serious? And then there's me, like I haven't even changed. Well, besides growing up, but I haven't become like, I don't look none like myself. I do look like myself, I guess, since I was like little. So, it was just interesting to see how people take care of themselves and how like time changes so fast.
It does. Okay, I want you to really quick explain to us. I'm going to play The Color of Love because I do have another song downloaded on here that I want to pull up to play after the break. So go ahead and tell the listeners, did you write this song?
Oh yeah, I write everything. Like I wrote all my songs. and I mean, like those songs were never really meant to be published. And I was never going to release those because of who I wrote them, who they were written about when I used to date. And this was right before my suicide, because I committed suicide right after I wrote this song. Is it What's the Color of Love?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So that was the last song I wrote before I committed suicide. And when I came back, then that's when I made a decision. I just want to do something permanent with my life that's not, that's about me and that's not about a guy and, where I'm more secure. And then that's when I studied film. So it's from that incident, and that was after I dated Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails. And, just kind of like the time that went by and just almost like now what's going on with like how people are like treating me and they like, they used to like mock me and things like that. And they're like, oh, she really fucked up, because we broke up. And just the way people like taunt you, it just, I don't know, my life has not been nice. People have not been nice to me whatsoever. I've been teased a lot. And I just wanted it all to stop. I wanted it all to go away. So I did what I thought was best to make it go away. So I committed suicide. And the thing is, when I did it, because I actually died. Like it wasn't like, oh, I thought about it. It's like I was actually dead. And I fought to come back because I am a spiritual person. And I do know that, that's like the unforgivable sin, which is suicide, like in this life and the next to come. Because, that's how we believe in the Creole way. So when I did that, I was like, okay, I don't want to be condemned for some guy that basically, has gone on, who's moved on. It's like we're friends, we're great friends after, but still, people were still like, oh, you really fucked that one up. How did you do that? So, I don't know. After that, I just did not want those songs to be heard anymore, just because I didn't want to relive like that moment. But since now I'm over it,
I didn't know that. I won't even play it.
Oh, no, you should play it because I'm healed already. But that's why it's called Time Heals All Wounds. It's because after I came back, it's like I have no feelings anymore. It's just the most darndest thing. Like it's almost like it's not even the same person. And then that's when I just decided to study, and I went to film school, like I said. And when I finished, then I got my deal, and it's like a motion picture deal. So it's kind of like the rest of my life in the past is history, but it made me who I am today. And they also wanted to pick up my music, like all my past tracks. And so what you guys are hearing now, those are like all my archive songs. And so after this album, then it will be like my debut, Seraphim Ward, like now. So what you're hearing is like my heartbreak songs that I really never intended to be released. But like I said, because I'm healed and they are good songs, and people who hear them, they say, you really should release these, including like Andy Gould, which is Rob Zombie's manager. He also helped me like with picking which songs should be first. You know what I mean? Like he likes Bad Behavior. And he's like that, of course, and he's like that really like shows the transition from after my suicide when I was dating Trent to, which is What's Color Love, to basically being the free rebel that I became. And then when you hear what I'm talking about, and then the girl I am today, which is I'm totally I'm totally drug free. I don't dabble in anything, and I did back then just. I got to mimic what he did, like before he got clean, and then I realized it was a bad thing that I did because I did it in private, by the way, and so I hurt myself like a lot, and I just decided, you know what, it's really stupid, and so then the rest is history. Like I said, today I have a drug-free set. Nobody's allowed to not even smoke on my set, and I just want to live a healthy life and just go forward and, just give back maybe to society, to like the runaways, only because that is a very important thing to me because I was one.
Well, I'm very impressed. You have a very positive attitude with what you've been through, a lot of drive and ambition, like I said. I want to wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank you.
You feel free. We've only got 5 minutes left of the show. So I do want to play your song while we are still live on air, and then we're going to go into archives for 15 minutes. We can continue the conversation, and anybody that downloads the show can hear it.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play What's the Color of Love? Live by the other song by Seraphim Ward. Okay, welcome back to You Dig It Music Radio with me, Sky Leeds, and Seraphim Ward. What's the color of love? We have about a minute left of live on air. If you would like to call in and finish listening to the rest of the conversation, the number is 347-326-9080. You can call in if you'd like to talk to Seraphim this morning. Are you here, Seraphim?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm here.
You know, I shared your song Still with a few friends of mine. I have a couple friends that are on-air personalities here.
Oh, awesome.
In the United States. And they hadn't heard of you yet, but they all said this thing. They loved it, and they want more.
Oh, nice.
They love
that.
your voice. I mean, you have an amazing, amazing voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Because, like, it's me, so I never really think about it. You know, so that means a lot. Like, that really means a lot to me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, this Blog Talk Radio thing. She keeps screaming in my ear that I have, like, 10 seconds. I know.
Yeah, so I'm you know, thanks for having me on your show. And, yeah, so I'd love to come on again and talk about Unholywood. And that's the next one that we're shooting, like, right away, right after this one.
Yes, fantastic. You are welcome to come on the show anytime, and we will continue to play your music on the show.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, and keep me updated on any new music that you have coming out, anything that you want played. I'd be happy to do it.
Oh, awesome. Now I have a question. Do you guys interview like the actors of the movies and things like that we're doing?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I've interviewed in Indiana, they're filming a TV series called Neon Corn. Have you heard of it?
No. Neon Corn?
It's crazy. It's about this Midwest family that loses a shit ton of money, and they're about to lose their farm. So what they do is they start filming porn in their barn.
Are you serious?
Yes, it is hilarious. It's called Neon Cornfield. It's on, they've got the, oh God, why can't I think of the word? The first episode, you can find it on YouTube. But I've talked to Stephen Mara, you know, yes, please have them call in. I would be glad to talk to them, you know, help you promote yourself anytime.
Oh, awesome. That'd be great. Because they asked me about that as well, you know. And like I said, like the actors, they really support the show, you know, the movie that we're doing. And, you know, we're all just like as one unit, you know, we're just, you know, looking positive and just embracing and promoting, you know what I mean, just like support in what we're doing, you know, against the odds. So, because we are rebels.
Amen, we are. Rebel without a cause.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness.
You look like you're maybe 20 years old. Can I ask?
I get that a lot. Like, you know, this is just so funny. I'm an ancient vampire. Well, a countess now, that's what I call myself.
Absolutely beautiful. Your skin's amazing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I would love to do your hair. I'm a licensed cosmetologist.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. So if you are ever in the Midwest area, you hit me up, and I will do your hair.
Really? What state are you in, New York?
No, Midwest. I float between Ohio and Tennessee and Indiana and Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I'm in that area. I don't want to give out my exact location to some of the listeners.
I know. They're like, we found her.
Yeah, really. We know where she's at.
That's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, you know, it's 3-something in the morning, and I don't go to bed till usually like super late anyway. And like I said, we just wrapped for tonight, and I thought, okay, this is perfect. I'm not asleep yet. You know, we just wrapped, so you know, I'm like a little like out of it. You know, it's like I don't mind doing this because I look at footage anyway. So I'll have like another hour of being awake of going over what we just shot tonight, just like in playbacks. So, you know, it's like a nice break. So, you know, like I said, thanks for having me on your show. And I would totally love to come back and, you know, maybe do like a conference with like some of the actors and things like that. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You just let me know and we'll get it set up, and, you know, I can be a little bit more prepared with the questions. And
Yeah.
absolutely. And then maybe my soundboard will work because I'm trying to pull up your other song, and it's just not working because Monday sucks.
Really? That's Manic Mondays, right?
Oh, yes. The Bengals.
Exactly, Manic Mondays. You got it.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm not going to cut you short. I am, because I don't want this to end while we're in the middle of talking. And again, if anybody didn't get to hear the first song, I want them to hear Still Again. And I'm going to try and pull up this other song one more time. Thank you very much, Seraphim Ward, for calling into the show.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
You can find Seraphim on Facebook. Follow her on Twitter. She also has her own page. Find it and like it and share it. Yes. And you're going to listen to Still. Is there anything else you would like to add, Seraphim?
No, I don't know. I'm lost of words lately. I'm like, every time I say something, I get in trouble. I feel like a little kid. I swear to God. I'm like, dude, even my parents don't even discipline me. Are you serious? It's like it's just like funny. I'm just like, I don't know what the hell to even say anymore, because there's always somebody who's crying about it. It's just like so weird. Like,
my theory is, fucking if they can't take a joke, they're not going to be with us when we go. Live your life, do what you want, and make yourself happy.
Exactly. Well, that's what I've been doing, and every time I do it to somebody else, so I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I said, I'm just doing me, but what I would want to say is I don't know. I think life is awesome. I love life. I love my life, and and I'm looking forward, like I said, to just producing, like, as in, like, directing my movies and just, like, keep putting them out. Because I have 3 years of filmmaking, basically. That's the contract. It's 3 years. And then after that, then I can renew it. Like, well, basically, we'll go over a new contract and, to renew. So I'm pretty happy with my life at this point.
Fantastic. I have another friend who does a Blog Talk radio show in the evening time. And,
really?
Yes, and it's Mr. Night Movie, and the Jewish Producer is the name. And I will send you the link. And they would love to have you on the show. They constantly are talking about movies. They always go to the movies. They would love it. They would love to be able to talk to you and have the opportunity to promote you too.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, for sure.
I will definitely give you the link. I know that they will be live tonight. And also call Johnny Cush and the Marijuana Happy Hour. Now, I know that you're not for drugs.
Well, I'm not against drugs.
Okay, good. Well, pot's not a drug.
Say it again?
Pot's not a drug.
What?
We just don't think that weed's a drug. And, weed's not a drug.
Oh, weed, right. Well, do you know the side effects of that stuff? I cannot smoke weed. Oh, my God.
I love the side effect.
It's bad. Like, when I say bad, like, when they say stone, you're stoned, it's for a reason. You're stoned like a stone. You don't get off the floor. So me and weed don't mix.
Oh, see, weed loves me. It is so different. It gives me motivation. It makes me creative.
Are you serious? Yeah, with me.
Oh, yes.
Not with me. It's kind of like, okay, when is this high going down?
If I smoke weed, it's like I just drink a cup of caffeine.
Wow. Really?
That's why I like it. I love it, and I'm a firm believer in medical marijuana. I've seen a lot of people fight cancer and survive and go on with it.
Right.
By taking that. Personally, I in my own personal life as a child, I saw family members around me that were sick and, were dying, and, they smoked marijuana, and they died peacefully. They were able to keep their appetite up somewhat until the very end, and I'm a huge advocate for marijuana.
Nice. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't do them anymore, but well, I never smoked weed. I tried it. They tricked me into trying it once, and then years after, when I was like, there's no way I'd do it again. They're like, oh, you just got a bad bash. This is like not the same. I was like, okay, yeah, right.
Okay, the first time somebody smokes weed, I do not suggest that they smoke like chronic.
Dude, I don't know what the hell that shit was. I was just like, okay, yeah, this is make anybody like drug free. I was like, that was not pretty. Like, because like, how can you be productive? Well, my body type basically, because my mind is my key basically, and like that's how I make my money is my mind by being creative. Mm-hmm. And so when I do that, it's just like it's uncontrollable. Like, it's almost like it skips mine. Like, what the hell just happened? And then it's, I don't know what kind it was, of course, like I was saying, but it takes some time for it to like go away. So I'd rather have control over my thoughts than to be like, are you serious? I'm stuck. Oh, that's kind of like Hell's Bells, by the way. That's a 2 day stuck. But that's like a witch. That's like a witch herb. Just like it's like they put it like in soups and things like that. To kind of like get away if you're ever in any danger. So that's like FYI, kind of like nightshade, daily nightshade. Yeah. So those things you don't give yourself, and I put weed for me in that category. I say that's
it's like everything. Everybody's different. Not everything works for everybody.
Yeah.
You have that. But at least
like I'm not anti that.
Where you stand and what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's impressive. That you stand by what you believe in. I like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I've dabbled. Like I did blow before, and that's why when I wrote that song, "Bad Behavior," and it's like I said, like I just figured things out for myself. Like my first time trying it, and then I did it in private. Like I said, because I didn't want nobody. I was like clean, and nobody knew. Once I clean, like I never did any drug, never drink. And so I didn't want anybody to really know, so of course I did it in private, and I don't know what the hell I was doing. and so I had bad results of that. And then, again, I reached out to Trent, my ex-boyfriend at the time, and then he helped me with that. So, and I went to, like, Promises. So it was like that was done out of ignorance. So, that's why I kind of, like, made a decision to just stay focused. But I'm not anti-anything because if I wanted to do a drug, then I'm an adult to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not afflicted to where I'm like, oh, I have to not, like, I better not do that because it's a bad thing. It's like, no, it's not. It's like a choice. You do it or you don't do it, Mm-hmm. So that's how I look at drugs. Like I run a drug-free set for my personal reasons. Because it's like if you bring someone on set that I like, then I probably would end up doing it. And that may not be a good day of production. So, I try to keep it professional when I'm, like, on set. But what I do after, that's totally different. But, like I said, I'm not anti-drugs whatsoever, but I just try to, I'm just trying to like, live a different life now than I did in my past.
Good. Well, you got to do what works for you.
Yeah.
And you're doing a great job. And like I said, I wish you the very best of luck. I really do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. And please call back. And I will send you those things. And Johnny Cush is not one that you could set something up with. You just need to call him.
What? Say it again?
Johnny Cush is not one that you can set something up with. You just need to call his show. Mr. Midnight Movies, I'll go ahead and I'll send you the link, and I'll send them the link to the show, and let's get you out there. Let's promote you.
All right, awesome. Like I'm in for it. Like I said, I'm a rebel. I may be I'm not anti, but I'm trying to do the right thing right now because I'm in so much trouble. I'm getting in so much trouble.
You're doing just fine. You just keep up the good work. We got about 2 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and play Still.
Okay.
To end the show. You have a beautiful day and get yourself some rest before you get back to the studio. And if you have not seen Angel One Eye, I'm so sorry. Angel One Eye, check out the first one because the second one is coming out in September.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go with Still. Thank you again, Seraphim Ward. You've been listening to You Dig It Music Radio with Sky Leeds. Have a beautiful Monday.
You too.
Let's consider the secret life of the innermost nesting doll. Living most of her life in the dark, inside the other nesting dolls, she has plenty of time to think, if she could. Sadly, she has no brain. However, when an innermost nesting doll hears that Geico not only saves people money, but also has been providing great service for over 75 years, she thinks it's obvious you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Pity the innermost nesting doll and her lot in life.